So here we are. This is the last package that we're installing. We've installed 49 already. This is the last one. And as you can see, we have basically set this hive up the way we want it. It would be nice to give it all drawn comb, but just to make the comb stretch a little bit further, we've also given it 4 frames of foundation. So the foundation frames are going to come out as well as one of these drawn combs, just so that we can, the way we're putting in these packages is we're setting it in this space in the hive for 48 hours. So taking out those frames gives us that space. As well, we've filled this 1.5 gallon feeder with sugar syrup. And we have, we're going to place the queen in her cage with her attendants in amongst these frames, and I'll show a little bit more in detail in a minute. And this package, Clint drove this one and the others in from Georgia earlier today. So they were on the road for a little while. We've made sure since they arrived that they've been sitting in the shade. But we'll give them an extra little spritz of water just to make sure they've got water and to calm them down a little bit to minimize the flight. You could, at this stage also, do an oxalic acid treatment on your package with a similar sprayer. That is a labeled treatment. Although I think you may see some bee mortality, especially if the bees aren't well fed already. So these packages are set up in what I thought was quite a nice way, where the queen cage is suspended by this sheet metal circle that you can just pry up and pull out. Just to keep these bees in here for now. I can confirm that the queen in here looks nice and plump. She's moving around. We ordered marked queens, so she's got a green mark on her thorax. And this tab of metal, as well as suspending her, has had the purpose of blocking the sugar plug. And the sugar plug, now that I've taken this tab off, and once the bees get working at it, they'll chew through that sugar plug, and in a few days this queen will be released into the hive. It's traditional to place the queen cage so that the sugar plug isn't down, just with this idea that if there are dead attendant bees in the cage, then you don't want them to fall down and plug that hole if the hole is in the bottom. So that right now the hole where she's going to escape is angled diagonally up. And now we're going to remove this tin of sugar water, and that's going to basically open the door to these bees. It's got perforated holes in the bottom, so I'm just turning it right side up right away to minimize the ants getting into that. Then it goes in, and that's it for 48 hours until we come back and remove that package. These frames I think we're going to take back home. Even sitting under the hives, the sun may shine in the morning or when the light is slanted and warm this foundation up to the point that it warps. So we want to avoid that. And that's all for now.